Are you struggling to get your WordPress site noticed by search engines? If so, you're not alone. SEO can be intimidating, but it's essential if you want to drive traffic and improve your online visibility. So in this video, I'm going to break down some essential SEO strategies specifically for WordPress websites. And these tips will help you climb the search engine rankings and attract more visitors. Let's go ahead and dive right in. First things first is keyword research. You need to understand your audience's search intent. Effective SEO starts with knowing what your audience is searching for. So you need to get inside their heads and understand what it is that they are searching for. One of the best ways to do this is by using keyword research tools like the Google Keyword Planner, Ahrefs, SEMrush, and Ubersuggest. Personally, I use SEMrush. Now what you want to do is you want to focus on long tail keywords. These are going to be a lot more specific and less competitive, making it easier to rank for them. For example, instead of trying to rank for web design, which is highly competitive, go for something like best web design services for small businesses. It's going to be much easier to rank for, and often it's going to be more relevant to your audience anyway. The next step is on-page optimization. So once you've done your keyword research, you want to optimize your content for those keywords. But here's the trick. You don't want to overdo it. You want to avoid keyword stuffing and instead focus on naturally incorporating them into your content. Here are some key elements that you want to focus on. Title tags and meta descriptions. So these should include your primary keyword and be compelling enough to increase the click-through rates. You also want to focus on headings, so your H1 through H6 tags, and you want to use your keywords in headings to help search engines understand your content structure. The next is going to be the URL structure. You want to keep your URL short and include your primary keyword. And then there's alt text for images. You want to make sure that you are actually setting up the alt text and describe your images using relevant keywords to improve your search visibility. After that, you can focus more on the technical SEO. So that's improving your site speed and mobile friendliness. Technical SEO is all about making sure that the back end of your website is optimized so that search engines can crawl and index your site efficiently. One of the most important aspects of this is site speed. So you want your site to load as fast as possible. Now, if you need to improve your site's performance, there's a few things that you can do. One is use caching plugins and make sure that you optimize your images. And then you can also leverage content delivery networks or CDNs to deliver your content faster to users worldwide. This isn't as important if you're a local company, but if you do content for the world, it's going to be very useful. You also want to ensure that your site is mobile friendly. Because Google now uses mobile first indexing, this is a critical factor in how your site is ranked. You also want to make sure that your site is secured with HTTPS by getting an SSL certificate. Your host should have an SSL certificate. If you use something like GoDaddy, you probably have to pay for it. I would recommend moving to a different host. But you want to make sure that your site is secure because this not only builds trust, but also helps improve your rankings. The next thing that you want to do with SEO is content creation. This is really the backbone of SEO. So publishing high quality content consistently is another essential SEO strategy. And having a blog is one of the best ways to do this. So you can write about topics that are relevant to your audience, and don't forget to include internal links throughout your website to keep visitors on your site longer. So here are some tips for content creation. Make sure that you're answering any common questions that your audience has. If you're providing value, they'll keep coming back. You also want to make sure that you're using a lot of different types of content. So that's images and videos and infographics. If it's just text, it's going to be a lot harder to keep them engaged. You also want to make sure that your content is up to date. Search engines favor fresh, relevant content, so don't let your blog post go stale. Now, the next step is something that a lot of people forget about, and that is link building. If you're just now learning about SEO, you might not even know what backlinks are, but they are an important ranking factor, and they tell search engines that your content is trustworthy and valuable. But remember, quality over quantity. So some effective link building strategies include guest blogging. So if you can find blogs that are in your industry, you can go onto their blog, create a blog, and you work with them to give backlinks back and forth. The other thing you can do is you can share your content with influencers and industry leaders. And if they share that content, you'll get backlinks that way. Another thing is content partnerships. So you can collaborate with other businesses in your fields to create valuable content that you could both benefit from. For example, I do web design. So while I wouldn't necessarily work with another web agency, what I could do is work with a software that I already use and create content that works for both of us. Now, the next step for SEO is going to be local SEO. So you want to optimize for local search. And if you're a business that serves a local area, local SEO is a must. Optimizing for local search helps ensure that people in your area can find you easily. So here's how you can boost your local SEO. First things first, you need to claim and optimize your Google My Business profile. A lot of people don't even have their Google My Business profile, and a lot of companies think that they don't need one if they have multiple target areas. But really, you want to get your information accurate, include photos, and get your business profile set up. The next thing is you want to use local keywords in your content titles and meta descriptions. And then you also want to make sure that your business's name, address, and phone number is consistent across all online directories. We call this NAP information, NAP, and it's really important that it is accurate across all of the different directories. Now, once you've worked with your SEO for a little while and you've been working on your website, you're going to need to measure and analyze these results because SEO is not a one and done deal. So you need to continually monitor your progress, see what's working, and see where you can improve. Tools like Google Analytics and Google Search Console will help you track important metrics. You're going to want to track things like your organic traffic, your bounce rates, your conversion rates, and don't forget to leverage WordPress SEO plugins to help you fine-tune these optimization efforts. Now, user experience or UX plays a crucial role in SEO. Google and other search engines factor in how users interact with your site when determining rankings. So to improve your UX, you're going to want to make sure that your site's mobile optimized, like we said before. You want to make sure that you have fast load times. So you want to keep optimizing your site speeds so that they don't leave out of frustration. And then you want to make sure that you have easy navigation. I can't tell you how many times I've gone to a website, I try to figure out where I need to go to find what I'm looking for, and I just can't figure it out. So I leave. So you want to make sure that it's easy to navigate your site, and you also want to make sure that you have engaging content. So again, making sure that you have all of these different types of content on your website to keep people engaged. Now, social media isn't a direct ranking factor, but a strong social presence can boost your SEO efforts by driving traffic and generating backlinks. If you're creating all of these blog posts and you're not sharing it, then you're losing out on all that organic reach. You also want to make sure that you're engaging with your followers so that you can build that loyal community. If you have a loyal community, that means that they're going to be looking at your website looking for new content. You also want to make it easy for the visitors to share your content. So having a social sharing button makes sense. Now that wraps up the essential SEO strategies for WordPress websites. By implementing these techniques, keyword research, on-page optimization, technical SEO, content creation, link building, local SEO, improving the UX, and integrating your social media, you are going to be well on your way to improving your site search visibility and driving more traffic. Now, SEO is a long-term game, but with consistent effort, you'll start seeing the results. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the next one.